singing sensation from Liverpool. We've got Eton Road, we've got all of them. I think you're on loudspeaker. You're all huddled around the one mobile phone. Hello.
Just deafening us there, lads.
So we've got Anthony, David, James and Daniel all there huddled round a mobile phone. So the X Factor.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the whole experience of that like?
It was just a roller coaster. It was the best ride we've been at. It was just amazing. We had a great time. We had met some great people along the way, and we've just had the ball with it. It's been brilliant.
But I think what I don't know if we'd like it to happen to us, but it's that being judged by the judges, by the nation. What's that feel like?
It's certainly a lot more pressure because, you know, we weren't together that long before we'd done the X Factor, about 3 days. And,
you were only together 3 days before the X Factor?
Yeah, done the X Factor. And, you know, going out there every weekend and, you know, you've got to put a performance on, you're nervous with that, but also you've got 3 of the people, you know, these people are major in the music industry and, you know, you're worried. It's not worrying, but it's really nerve-wracking when you've got to sing in front of them and also 10 million people. And, you know, but now we're doing our own gigs on 30 seconds. It's not we still get really, really nervous, but it's not as pressurising, so to speak, as opposed to having, you know, 300 people watching you, as opposed to, you know, 10 million people like there was on Saturday night.
Yeah, and every time, I guess it's a make or break situation. You're thinking your career might hang in the balance.
Yeah,
so that pressure is phenomenal.
It's nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking, yes, that's one word for it. But what was it like in the end to get voted off? I mean, how did you feel when that happened?
I think the first week when we were in the bottom 2, we were, like, gutted. We really were in ourselves. We got dead upset. But then we thought, come on, lads, let's turn everything into positive and let's just work twice as hard this week for the next week. And then we did that. And we left that competition on a high. We thought we'd done the best we could.
Yeah, I mean, they were like one of our 2 strongest performances, and even though we did get voted off that week, you know, we're doing Can You Feel the Love Tonight, and, you know, everybody, I think we left on a high, and we really, really enjoyed it, and, you know, people have but doesn't still like us, which is the main thing, so
yeah, it's all going well.
Yeah. And what's happened afterwards? I mean, whether it's touring, whether it's coming back for Liverpool, were you prepared for, this sort of sudden, amazing success?
I don't think you could ever prepare yourself for anything like this. I mean, we still find it funny walking around the streets and people saying, "Oh, Danny, can we have an autograph?"
Do you know what? While I've got this opportunity live on there's 3 autographs we'd like it.
Yeah,
one for
I want autographs, please,
one for Julia and one for Esther, if you don't mind. I just thought I'd take this opportunity.
We'll pop in.
And what's next? Oh, you know, how's the touring? How's that all going?
Well, since we've left the X Factor, we've actually done gigs every single night. We've actually had the most gigs out of all the contestants.
So they're working you hard.
Yeah, been working so hard.
We've done like 32 gigs, haven't we? And we've done all the Chicago Rocks, a lot of theatres. We've done the famous Olympia in Liverpool, and we've done the Empire Theatre, and, you know, we've done like all the first 2 gigs, is it, Dan?
And we're just rehearsing for the tour.
We're doing the tour, and then after that, who knows?
I mean, there's rumours out at the moment, speculation about you touring with Westlife?
Well, at the moment, that can't really be possible, because
we've got it's joint with the X Factor tour, so we'll be in with the X Factor tour for the Westlife.
With us signing, you know, with the X Factor before, you know, we've done anything with Westlife, you know, that comes first, and, you know, we'd love to tour with Westlife because they're a phenomenal group. You know, they're our heroes, and we think they're fantastic.
It's on the pipeline.
You're creeping there, aren't you? But you know what, we're liking it. And also, the other thing is, what were the judges like, in all honesty?
What's Simon Cowell like, lads? Go on.
And how high are his trousers?
No, he was lovely. He was. He knows what he's talking about. He's very professional. With Simon, it's what you see is what you get. You know, he's there, and the audience obviously love him because I think it's his, like, 5th TV show he's done. You know, he's just very great.
Nasty. People wouldn't watch, would they?
No one would watch if he wasn't nasty.
And are his trousers right up to his nipples?
Do you know what? You've got a bit of an unhealthy interest in that, Jay.
When we got kicked out.
And Sharon?
Sharon is lovely. Sharon took us for a meal in the Dorchester Hotel, and took us to see Andy Abraham in concert. And it was weird, just like sitting across the table having something to eat with Sharon.
Wow.
Very drunk.
Well, do you know what? It's fantastic to have you on, Steve. Now, we've had, as soon as we mentioned you were coming on the show, we've just been sort of inundated with texts and messages.
Unbelievable, lads, how many messages we've got for you throughout the day and all that.
Do you want to read any of those out, or shall we go to a phone call, or...?
Yeah, we got one from Hey Radio City and Eton Road. Can you please say a big hello to Eton Road for me? I adore them and I'm one of their biggest fans. And that's from Susie and all the girls.
Thank you, Susie.
And they're on your website. Have you got your own website now, lads?
We've got quite a few, but like we really appreciate it because we don't have time to set one up, and it's the fans going out their way to do it for us. So thank you to everybody who's setting websites up for us.
They're absolutely brilliant, the fans, you know, and
I just know where to get the pictures from.
They've got more pictures than mine, and have they
have you been getting knickers thrown at you when you're on stage?
Anybody?
Hey, have you been getting knickers thrown at you when you're on stage?
Pardon, sorry?
Any knickers thrown at you yet?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
And underpants as well.
And if anybody was to say anything negative about the talent shows, which there are a heck of a lot of them around at the moment, what would you have to say about that?
Don't knock it until you've tried it, do you know what I mean? Because people think, oh, it's a shortcut to being famous, but it's not. You still have to work, and you still have to put the time and the effort into what you're doing.
And people say, you know, oh, no one, well, good has come up the X Factor. I mean, okay, Steve Boxland, he was still a fantastic artist, and, you know, he didn't break into it as much as he wanted to, but when you look at the likes of Will Young, he's been, you know, I mean, I know he's done Pop Idol, but he's been round for at least 5 years up to now. Shane Ward's doing really, really well. So, you know, you can't knock it because you do get some really, really good talent out of it. And as Danny said, don't knock it until you try it because, you know, it is really good. And then people will turn around and say, oh, you know, it's a shortcut to a career. We've been gigging for 10 years. When, in actual fact, believe me, when you're up there, you do the Saturday night show and then the whole week is just preparing, you know, for that night. And then as soon as you come out, if you're as fortunate as we are, you're doing gigs every night. So it's hard work, but we absolutely love it.
And I think it's seize an opportunity. If an opportunity comes your way, whatever it is, and you manage to get it that way, I think it is such a tough career and such a tough profession. I think you just, as you say, A, don't knock it till you try it, and B, seize the opportunity if it comes your way. Well, I want to say from everybody here, lads, continued success. What a roller coaster, and well done.
Thank you, love.
Oh,
thanks, lads.
Thank you. The little boy as well who was on before us. Well done, mate.
Oh, yeah, Sean. He's just left.
Thank you. Can we just take this time to mention all of our fans because they are absolutely phenomenal, and, you know, they set the websites up, they send us fan mail, they're absolutely amazing, and they come to all our gigs. So thanks very much, girls, boys, mums, dads, aunties and uncles.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've had quite a few letters there from Jay as well, because I know he's your biggest fan. So if you've had any weird letters in green handwriting with underwear, you'll know who that's from. But thank you very much.
Thanks, lads. Take care.